Morning everybody, this is Stephen Pugh of the Home Bible College. Just want to share with you my password for today. It's April the 9th and we're looking at the last chapter of Luke's Gospel, which is chapter 24. And the passage I'm interested in today, where my password's found, is the incident where two are on the road to Emmaus and how the Lord Jesus comes alongside them and asks them about what they're sad about because their hearts are downcast, and they start to tell him about the Lord Jesus himself, and they talk about him. They say, "We hoped he would have redeemed Israel. We had such great hopes for him, but he's been taken and he's been crucified." Some people have said that they've seen him alive, but their hearts were so deep and so struck by mourning that they could not conceive what that would mean. And the Lord Jesus comes alongside them, and he begins with Moses and the prophets. In other words, he begins with the Old Testament scriptures, and he opens the whole of the Old Testament scriptures to them, and he reveals everything in the Old Testament about himself. And in particular, he shows from these scriptures that the crucifixion wasn't a mistake. The crucifixion was something that was known by God. It was something that God knew would happen. And therefore, they were informed about all of this. These disciples of the Lord Jesus, they were lovely people. They were faithful people. They believed in God, the God of Israel. They could not imagine that the Lord Jesus, the Messiah of Israel, would die upon a cross. The Lord Jesus explains everything when they get to the little village of Emmaus. The Lord Jesus pretends that he's going to go further, but they plead with him to stay with them. And when they sit down for their evening meal, the Lord Jesus takes the bread and blesses it, and suddenly their eyes are opened. They realize who it is, and he disappears. Wonderful. And in verse 32, they speak to one another, and this is my password for today. They said, "Did not our hearts burn within us as he talked with us by the way, and while he opened to us the scriptures?" And wow, sure, yes, it sure does. When these two disciples heard the Lord Jesus explaining all about his coming and all about the cross and all about the resurrection, their hearts burned within them. And that's my password for today. Sometimes when we read the scriptures, we find our heart is bursting to overflowing. It's burning within us as the Lord Jesus opens to us the scriptures. God bless you. Look forward to talking to you tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.